Hello, welcome. My name is Yvette Ashiri, and I have the greatest pleasure to be today with Vreeshini Raojee, one of the honoree for the Outstanding Global Women Awards 2023. Vreeshini, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. I
It
must say it's
is,
an absolute pleasure for me to be here. Thank you for having me.
it is such a pleasure to have you, Vreeshini. We had the occasion before this to meet in the network of JCI, and we had opposite position at that moment.
Indeed, I think that's the beauty of the JCI world. Like sometimes you get to be the interviewer, and sometimes I get to be the interviewer. But I think this is also the beauty of the women JCs that we have. And I think it's not the two times. There was a third time when you also gave a message for one of our programs, and we're really grateful for that.
Wow. Well, thank you. And today it's all about you. So tell me first, what was your reaction when you heard that you were one of the honoree for this award this year?
To tell you honestly, I never expected it, and I think I am not someone who really believe that I deserve everything in the world, because I thought there is a long way ahead for in front of me. And last year I came to know about this award, and I had nominated one of the ladies that we have in JCI New York, and she was a winner as well. And I see that I have a lot to work, on, and but knowing that I'm a recipient really made me feel absolutely fantastic. I was honored. I really feel privileged. Thank you so much for thinking that I deserve it.
You're most welcome. So, Vrishini, I would say, a beautiful career in JCI. Tell us a bit about how everything started. When did you join the organization? Today, you are the state president for JCI in New York. Tell us a bit about your journey in JCI.
Oh, well, I think JCI kept me very busy from the moment I got in. So I have been an aspiring member for a year, and that's how it happens. Back in Mauritius, that's where I discovered the JCI world. I used to see nice posts about awards, different things, and I was like a little bit curious. I never believed in joining any organization before, because I felt that, okay, when you are in an organization, you should agree with what, that the values, you should agree with the goal, and the principles and everything. So I was a little bit reluctant, and I felt like, no, I'm not going to join. But then slowly I discovered that JCI does not really put you in a box, and that you can use it as a platform and discover whichever avenue you want it to take, whether it's community service, whether it's like individual development. So it's like so diverse. So I said, okay, let me give it a try. And I had some amazing people who were in JCI, and I started off helping a little bit, and then they involved me. And the thing is, of course, you have to be out there. You have to put yourself out there so that you get to experience JCI. JCI is not a world that you can passively experience. You have to be active. And one person told me, you know what, the best thing in JCI is to be a member, because I used to look up to the presidents and everything, and I think I really got to experience that. So then, as a new member, I was super active. So all those, I was. So I started in Mauritius, and then after that, I flew here to New York because of my job. But at the same time, as I could not, JCI is part of me, and then as we usually say, JCI is like that virus, and you all catch it. So I caught that
Exactly.
virus.
Once you catch it, it doesn't go.
The first thing I did when I came here is look for the chapter for the local organization nearest to me, and I found JCI New York City, and JCI New York City, of course, welcomed me, and I was thrilled to be part of it. And from then they kept me busy. I never got to be a member. I wanted to be a member, but I became like the vice president international affairs. After that, the executive vice president, and then following that, the local president, and now I'm the New York state president. So I've always been on my toes, and I think gladly so, because I think I need that part of it in my life. I need to feel that I'm really making positive impact. I'm here, being on the ground, doing so many things, and be among people of my age and all. And I think this is where I belong.
Absolutely, absolutely. I hear you when you said you want to be a member, but when you have that leadership aura. That's what happens. So you are called to lead, and everyone around you sees it. And the good thing indeed about JCI, you mentioned it so well, is that we see the value in a person, as we believe also that service to humanity is the great is the best work of life, and we see the value in each individual, and therefore we're giving this platform to not only to impact our community, but also to impact also positively ourselves. So, Vreeshini, you are you do so much for your community, for women, and tell me a bit about why empowering women, gender equality is important to you.
Yeah, it is indeed very important because I strongly believe that women have to walk an extra mile for anything, because not just because like it's not just, I'm not talking about inequality, but even the amount women carry emotionally, if physically, so this is one part of it that I feel that we need to give them that, cheer them up. We need to give them that boost. We need to support them, because you don't know when a woman is walking on the street and you don't really know what she's going through. And on top
Mhm.
of and also I feel that the platform where when we began, we did not begin on equal platform as men. So I feel that we do have that, we have to catch up. There's a lot to catch up, and I think this is what empowerment is. What this catching up, and it's not easy because you have so much to take care of, and at the same time you're catching up and you're being up par with everyone else in society. It's a little bit tough. So I really believe in women empowerment, and I feel that we're great and we have to
Yes,
have
we are.
equal chance in everything that we're doing, and people have to hear our voices. And also I feel that this whole package of a woman, that those emotions of a woman and all these things, this can add on to whatever we're doing. For example, as a leader, the fact that I have all these little add-ons, this empathy, the kind of how you feel for others, and I think all these are qualities to be explored as a leader. And I think, as if we don't put them out there, we don't show how we can be better with all these things. So no one will believe us. And right now, what we have to do, that's why we have to push one another. If you have something that I see like this is great, I need to help you get there, because when you speak, you're not speaking for yourself, you're speaking for all of us. And if you shine, you're not shining for yourself, you're shining for all of us. And we need women to keep on being one another's cheerleaders, because this is how we can advance together.
I agree to that. I agree to that. And if you have a word of advice to the younger generation, because as you mentioned it so well, the inequalities are are everywhere, and it is true that we are lacking also many role models. Sometimes we see younger women, young girls. Asking themselves about who they are and their identity, their so what would be your word of advice to the younger generation, those who are lacking role models? What can you tell them?
Well, I would tell them, put yourself out there. You know what? At one point in my life, so I come from a very humble family. Tell you this story that, I did not have any relative abroad. And I was like, oh, everyone was like, they came, like my uncle came from this place and that place. And for me, I found this fascinating, but I did not have it. I was sad. But then, you know what I decided? I said, okay, I'm going to be that relative to my family. So, so the thing is, if you lack role model, build yourself in a way, whatever you want to see, try to, of course, you don't, it would have been great to have a role model, but if you can't, you can read. There's so much available. There are platforms like JCI, for example. Put yourself out there and start building yourself into a leader. Stop building yourself into a role model, because as long as you don't put yourself out there, people will not believe in you. People will not know your work. You will lack credibility. So these are platforms where you start becoming credible by the work you do. People will see you doing projects, and you are doing great at projects. You're doing great community service, and they will start believing in you. And I feel like putting yourself out there is very, very important. And I feel like, if you ask me, do I have a role model? Not really. I've built myself little bit ad hoc, little bit random. Yes, there are a few things that I wish I had someone who could guide me, and I think I would have gone like even like further than I would. But the thing is, I'm really happy that I did have this chance of coming across great people on my journey. So if you don't start the journey, how will you meet these people? And even in
Absolutely.
JCI, as and when I kept on walking, taking baby steps, I found people who just gave me a little bit of support and told me, no, this is not how you should do it. You should do it that way. So this is how, and I came across great people. There is you, there is another, there is Lawrence from Belgium. She was the chapter president here. So all these amazing ladies, and these people would always come and empower you. And I had like amazing women around me, whether I was in Mauritius. I have like Evie Piasha. There were so many people who were there to accompany on my journey. And the thing is, start your journey. That's all. Begin, take that baby step. Even if you have no one, doesn't matter. People will find you. The way you said, you said something a few minutes ago about being seen. And that's what happened to me when I joined JCI. I've been seen, like, and this gave me lots of confidence. This gave me the energy to go further. And I think this is what we need at the end of the day. So role model or not, keep going. And I think if you believe in yourself and you feel that you can do it, then no one can stop you.
Absolutely, that is so well said. Believe in yourself, be out there, and dare to act. It's really about taking that first step. Dare to act, and don't be afraid, because this fear is also one emotion that can really put us backward. And you're talking about some role models of female leaders. I had the opportunity, I don't know if at that time you met her, but to be in the same room with Aruna Poulton. Back then in 2008, I believe she was the executive vice president for JCI. So definitely this is an organization when we have the opportunity to meet so many amazing people. You created a multi-chapter, multinational group. Tell us a bit about that multinational chapter group that you created.
Oh, well, there are several things, because for me, I really believe, like, the brotherhood of man transcends sovereignty of nations. So when I was local chapter, the president, I tried to do all the projects at international level, because I feel that in New York City, what happened is that we do have great resource persons, but people are really like, they're very busy, and it's very hard to get them, into the meeting rooms to learn and all. So what I said is like, why don't we open it to the world? There are so many countries in the world. For example, we're talking that we did the global leadership sprint, which is one of them, where we had like almost 10, 12 chapters joining us. And we spoke about like things like Bitcoin. We spoke about artificial intelligence. So that everyone gets a chance to catch up. It was like we were talking about the basics, and we do not realize it, but there are so many people in the world who do not get the chance to hear about it. And we used this JCI platform to inform the youth about what is happening around the world, and so that we can empower them, and make them future-proof them for, like whatever is coming in the future. So this is one. And then second thing is also we were part of a multi-twinning that we did. JCI Canada was also part of it. There was JCI Haiti. There was like one chapter in France. So there were like around 5-6 chapters coming together. So this is another endeavor that we did. And one more thing that we did was we had twinning with JCI Conakry leaders, which is in Bantani, Guinea, where we built a school. And let me tell you, for an organization where we don't get any income in, and having a school in Bantani is something that you can do only when you have the power of people getting together,
Absolutely.
and this is what we get to witness. This is that I'm talking about this 1 year to lead. When I was like local chapter president, imagine every year we're having new presidents, new visions, because this is the beauty of 1 year to lead, because everyone's coming with fresh visions. It's not necessary that you follow someone else's step, and you just have So all these things brings us so many beautiful projects around the JCI world. And when, it's a little bit sad that we don't get to see all the projects, and maybe we have to find a way to document them so that we can look back at what did we do around the world, not just in a country, not just in a chapter, but what did we do and how did we really create positive impact at that large scale. So these are the interviews, and I really like, I think I have this little, I love working with I don't know, but I love working with people from different countries, having different perspective, having, it's really, these are things that really makes you like, it empowers you. You get
Definitely.
to know so much, and I think culturally also. So I've been part of many, many such endeavors, and I don't think I'll ever stop, because these are things that whenever someone says, "Hey, we would like to collaborate," I'm like, "Yeah, I don't even care how we're gonna do it."
Well, keep on going, keep on going. What you are doing is amazing. You can, while we're talking, you are communicating that energy, positive energy, and you just continue doing what you've been doing. Continue being yourself. Continue empowering women and the world as well. We thank you so much for being here today, and I'm looking forward to seeing you at the ceremony.